What's up, y'all? I told y'all that I was gonna do a live at 7 p.m. and well, here I am at 7:01, sort of kind of on time. So, pretty much the reason for this live is I just wanted y'all to get to know me a little bit better. I mean, like, y'all pretty much know me and my whole mental health journey. Y'all know all my business concerning that, but I just kind of felt like, maybe the people don't know Adriana Sequel as a human being. So I was just like, let me just take a little bit of my time and let the people get to know me a little bit through a series of some questions that actually my homegirl, Hendrix Monae, aka the host of the podcast Shit Talk No Fragrance, she actually did a thread of questions on Twitter. And I was like, these are some like really dope ass questions, because I was originally gonna like write this out for the blog, but I was like, there's no personality in that. Like, why would I just do a written questionnaire? That would be boring as fuck, right? So I was like, let me just go ahead and do something a little bit different and do a live. So here I am. I'm going to be answering some of these questions, and they range from random to, pretty deep. But, yeah, I thought that would be pretty fun. And if y'all have questions, of course, you can leave comments below. Ask me whatever you want within reason. Don't ask me no nosy shit, because I might cuss you out. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So for those of y'all who just clicked on the little circle up there on the top of your timeline and you don't even know who the hell I am, my name's Adriana Sequel. It's nice to meet you. I am a mental health and lifestyle blogger. I also have a podcast surrounding mental health. It's called Strong Friend Check-In, and you can follow me on Instagram of that same name, Strong Friend Check-In. And pretty much what I do is I document my journey with mental health, specifically generalized anxiety disorder that I was formally diagnosed with in 2018. And yeah, I just kind of give my day-to-day, month-to-month life with how that goes, and hopefully people relate to it. And they do. And it's really great. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I feel like the majority of people who are going to watch this probably already know. But other than that, let's dig into some fun stuff. Okay, basic questions. When is your birthday, Adriana Sequel? My birthday is January 31st. I was born in 92. That makes me currently 27 years old. I am from Jacksonville, Florida, Duval County, born and raised. Let's see what else. I'm an Aquarius. Capricorn, Moon, Virgo rising. Let's see what else is basic. I don't know. My favorite color. I don't really have a favorite color. I guess if you had to ask, I would say turquoise, because I always have like some random turquoise item. Like, that's a color that always seems to catch my eye. So, I guess I'd say that. I don't know any other really basic questions, but, let's see. Yeah, let's dig into these. So, question one, I'm actually going to mix these up too, because I notice they get like a little bit deeper as I keep going, so let's mix it up. So let's see. If you are a farm animal, which would you be and why? Okay, if I were a farm animal, I would be a goat. Why would I be a goat? I did just say I was a Capricorn moon, so a goat is the symbol of a Capricorn, and I also think goats are really cute. The white lady inside of me, because there's a white lady inside of me, I really want to do goat yoga. Like, I know that's really weird. The goats, they climb all over you while you're in downward dog. But I just think they're so cute. They just be so cute. And the way they just, like, hop around. Because goats kind of, like, hop around and just, like, be hopping on stuff. I don't know. Something about them is just, like, really adorable. And I feel like if you're on a farm, like, if you say, like, cow or pig, chicken, like, you know you gonna get slaughtered. I'm not saying people don't eat goat, because they definitely do. I don't want to be a goat in the Caribbean. I want to be a goat like here in Jamaica, where people aren't really eating goat as much, or if they're using like goat byproduct, is usually like just the milk. So I got like a better chance of like living and staying on the farm and having a good life. So yeah, I would say I would probably most likely want to be a goat. Let's see, next question. What's something someone did or said that hurt your feelings? Okay. So, back in 2014, because that's when I graduated from college. Back in 2014, I, was going through a really rough time because, like I said, I just graduated from college, and I was going through that whole, like postgraduate, trying to find your footing, trying to find a job, and getting like a lot of rejection, and it really sucked. And it's like, now that I'm more into mental health, I understand that postgraduate depression is a thing. Didn't know that I was probably suffering from it then, but I know now. And my parents were really supportive through that whole time, even though I was unemployed and very, very broke. They definitely encouraged me to not settle for a job, to find something in the field that I wanted to be in, which at the time was communication. I definitely thought that I was going to be a news anchor. Turns out now at 27, that's something that I realized I didn't ever want to do at all. But it was just super hard. I was like really depressed, really going through it, feeling like I've wasted my time in college, feeling like my degree wasn't worth a damn. And I remember my mom and I were talking about that to another family member of ours, and that particular person was just very insensitive about the situation. And it was a lot of, well, back in my day, which, first of all, this is a brand new day, bitch. Like, we don't care what you did in 1956. It don't work like that no more in 2014. It was very back in my day, you just go and you put in your resume and you give it to whoever and you take the first job that you get. And then on top of that, they were really, kind of boosting up and giving props to another one of my family members who was of the same age, and talking about all their accomplishments and, how they're doing well, and, oh, so-and-so is doing so well. That's why I bought her a new car, because, she up there doing what she doing. And it was just like, okay, well, I'm doing what I'm doing too. I just graduated with my degree. Like, it's not like I went to college and wasted anybody's time. I'm just going through a rough patch right now, which is something that a lot of people go through. And it was just like mad insensitive, and I didn't need that at that time. Like, I feel like it really added insult to injury. And I was just like, fuck you for that. Like, nobody else is giving me shit. Nobody else is making me feel bad. Everybody's encouraging for the most part. And it's just like, that particular family member just dumped on me. But what they say, it be on. So, whatever. And to be honest, and this might be like really, really petty, but I haven't really forgiven that person for that to this day. And that was all the way in 2014. I'll get over it one day eventually, but that really sucked. And it did really hurt my feelings at the time. So let's see. Another question. Let's do another fun one. What is your favorite guilty pleasure TV show? Alright, so listen. If y'all aren't watching The Masked Singer on Fox, you're missing out. And I can't believe that I got sucked into that shit. But my mom watches it, and I just sat down one night and I watched it too, and now I'm all the way in. They're on season 2. They got people inside these crazy ass costumes up on stage singing. Some people are actually really good at it. It's celebrities in these costumes, by the way, and you have no idea who they are. And pretty much like the panel of judges and the audience has a vote on like who did the worst overall, and then whoever gets voted off, they take their mask off, and it's some random ass celebrity that you probably would never think of. And last season, they had goddamn Gladys Knight in a bee costume. And this year, I'm convinced that they put Patti LaBelle in a flower costume. And I'm just like, damn, my legends really up here in these wild ass costumes, you know, just singing for their life, for our entertainment. It is so weird. It's the weirdest shit ever. I heard that, like, the concept derived from, like, Korea or Japan, like, their game show stuff, and I'm just like, wow, I can't believe I actually got sucked into this, because this shit is like, it's crazy, but it's so fun to watch, because the whole time I'm just like, that sound like so-and-so, or you know what, these clues, because they'll give you clues, I'm like, you know what, that could probably be XYZ celebrity. But I'm serious, I really think they got Patti LaBelle up there in a flower costume. So if any of y'all watching, tell me what you think, because I'm pretty sure that's her. Let's see, what subject should be taught in school to help us adults learn to adult better? Okay, well, I mean, obviously y'all know that I'm gonna say that there should be like a mental health course, you know, some basic wellness, obviously. But other than that, there definitely needs to be classes for finances, learning how to budget, taking care of your money, you know, paying bills, because I feel like some of y'all don't know how to pay bills. Let's see, what else to help us adult? They really do kind of need to bring home economics back. They have that when I was in high school. They should definitely bring that back, because some of y'all don't know how to cook. You're depending on other people to either cook for you. All you know how to cook is cereal. You might burn cereal. You probably don't even know how to turn on the stove. So yeah, I feel like those three are definitely the ones that adults need. Also, I saw on Twitter I think it was like somewhere in Asia, because the classroom looked full of like little Asian kids, and they were teaching them how to wipe their butt. Follow me. So it's these little kids, and they're sitting in like these little chairs, and on the back of the chairs there's two balloons that are like butt cheeks, right? And so you see the teacher, and she's taking like a piece of toilet paper, and she's wiping in between the two balloons, and she's showing the kids how to wipe their butt. Now, why did I say that we need that to be taught in class? Because I feel like some of y'all don't know what to do with your private parts. You don't. Some of y'all don't know what to do with your private parts. Every day that I log on Twitter, I see some way, shape, or form that women are mismanaging their private parts. Some of you ladies still don't know that you shouldn't be douching, that you shouldn't be using soap down there. And the men, I don't really think y'all wash. I don't really think that some of y'all actively bathe. With the things that I see online, the things that I hear, I'm concerned. I'm concerned for the population. We've got to do better with our hygiene. So maybe that class should be taught here in America as well, because I'm very concerned for our brothers and sisters out there. I don't know what's going on, but maybe we can use a little bit of that over here, because it's wild. It's really wild. If someone gave you an envelope with your death date inside, would you open it? I'm gonna say no. And I say no because I feel like with the anxiety I already have, knowing the day that I'm gonna die is only going to exacerbate that. What if the shit say tomorrow, or like 5 hours from now, and I feel like I haven't accomplished everything that I want to do? Like, that's gonna freak me the fuck out, and I feel like I don't need that extra stress in my life. So I'm gonna let that go. Let's see, do I want to do a deep one? Yeah, let's do it. What scares you most about your future? So kind of like piggybacking off that last question, what scares me most about my future is not not coming through on anything that I set out for myself to do. I don't talk about many of my goals and aspirations. I mean, of course, blogging, of course, podcasting, but there's just like so much more than that. Like, I use each of those things as a launching pad for something else. And it would really break my heart if I got to the end of my life and realized I didn't really accomplish anything. Do I think that would be the case? No, because I do everything within my power to make sure that I'm doing everything that's on my list. In some capacity. It might not be to the degree that I want yet, but at least the plan is there. At least, I'm executing to the best of my ability. And that's the thing that's most important to me. Let me see, what else would scare me? Dying broke. Yeah, dying broke is a big one. I just want to live a prosperous life. And not even just to say that, I amassed all this wealth, but I just want to live a good, comfortable life and have something to leave to the next generation if I decide to have kids, or, to the rest of my family, or to whom or whatever. I just don't want to leave out of here without leaving some type of legacy. So yeah, those are a couple of things that would scare me. Another one on this list. Do you think arguing is part of a relationship? That's a good question. Okay, so here's what I feel about that. It's not necessarily that arguing is a bad thing. And I think that if you're mature, we all know that, because conflict is part of life. It just depends on what are you arguing about. Because if you're arguing about either dumb shit, or if you're arguing about the same stuff over and over again, that means that somewhere somebody is not putting in the work to help that relationship get over that hump. Of course you're going to argue in a relationship. You argue with everybody. I would hope that nobody's just a yes man. I hope that you're not hiding your feelings to appease your partner. I hope that you're being honest, and when you are arguing, which arguing to me doesn't have to necessarily mean that you're raising your voice and people are yelling, cussing each other out, because I feel like if you're an adult and you have healthy communication skills, there are better ways that you two can communicate with each other. And if you have a disagreement, like, you can easily just, get it out in a way that doesn't have to lead to name calling or just general toxic behavior. But yeah, I think arguing is a part of a relationship, but it depends on what you're arguing about, because I have definitely been in a relationship where you arguing about the same stuff over and over again, or just bullshit, and it's draining. And I think that's what leads to a lot of relationships' demise. So I would say just be mindful of the stuff that you are arguing about, because yeah, it's gonna happen, but it's just how it happens. That's the point. If I could sit down with my 13-year-old self, what would I say? I would say, don't worry about none of this bullshit that's in front of you. And what I mean by that is, at 13, I didn't realize how, insecure and kind of desperate I was. And I hate to say that, but I mean, the truth is the truth. When I was 13, I was going into middle school at a predominantly white private school. And I guess that's another fun fact about me, which I guess will be my next question. But one of those fun facts is that all my life I've been in predominantly white private schools. I've never been to public school ever, and I've never been to an all black school or mostly black school. I've been around white folks all my life, for better or for worse, usually for worse. And I was trying to fit in with those people, and I didn't know then what I know now, and it's just like I was really trying to be in a world that I realize now I don't want to be in. And I just wish that back then I was more comfortable with myself, my upbringing, how I grew up, where I lived. I just remember at that time just wanting to be like my peers, which I mean is normal. No matter what school you're going to, you want to kind of be like everybody else. You want to fit in, right? But now I realize that's not even something that I would have wanted to fit into. So I would tell myself that, and also don't be worried about these little boys. Do not worry about these boys, because they ain't shit, and they ain't gonna be shit for years. Still ain't shit in going into your 30s. So please don't be worried about that. And also, I would tell her, cultivate your talents. I feel like a lot of what I do now, I could have been doing. I've always been a strong writer. I've always enjoyed writing. That was like, a lot of kids when they're in school, they absolutely hate writing essays. They hate anything, surrounding papers. That wasn't me. I never minded. And I just feel like, if I had taken more time to cultivate that, probably gotten into some creative writing classes, or, entered some writing contests, like, who knows where I would be now. I feel like my skill set would just be a little bit stronger. But it takes learning yourself. It takes, going through some things. I feel like going to college actually helped me a lot to figure out where it is that I really want to be in my life. So it probably wasn't for me to figure out at 13. That's probably something that just had to come with age and experience. But if I could go back, that's another thing that I would tell myself. I also tell myself that I'm beautiful, I'm smart, I'm talented. I would do anything to uplift that little girl, because, oh Lord, she was lost. She was lost in the sauce. And, it's a part of my story. It's probably a part of all of our stories, because at 13, you think you know everything, and you don't at all. But I just wish that I could say those few things to little baby Adriana Sequel, because she would probably be on a much better path if I could. Damn, I just realized I did most of this live without my earrings on. They're in my pocket. That's another, really weird fact about me, is that, apparently I'm allergic to cheap earrings now. Like, I can't wear my earrings out the beauty supply store like I want to, because it just sets my ears ablaze. And that shit literally just started happening, this year. Like, what the fuck is that? I've been wearing beauty supply store earrings all my life, and they've always done me right until they tarnish. Because, they tarnish, within a week. Yeah, I put some clear nail polish on them. That's how you keep them from doing that. Just a little tip right there. But it's just like, damn, when did my ears get so bougie? I don't know. I hate that shit. And that's why I don't wear earrings too often. So anyways, 3 fun facts about me. Like I said, I've never been to a public school. My ears are all of a sudden just bougie as fuck. I don't know. And let's see, another random fact about me. I kind of hate these kinds of questions, because I always get to 2 things, and then that last thing is just I don't really know what to say. I don't know what to tell you. Random fact about me. I don't know, guys. don't know, I'm a homebody. Does that work? I'm a homebody. I prefer to be in the comfort of my house because A, it's safe there, it's got air conditioning, and that's where my bed be at. So yeah, that's a good place to be. So yeah, I guess that'll be number 3 for that. While we're on the subject of threes, let's go to the next question. Top 3 things on my bucket list. Okay, this I can answer a little bit better. Okay, number 1, I've always wanted to go to Thailand and Australia. But I actually had 2 friends tell me that Australia kind of racist. And I didn't know that they were like that, but they're one of those countries that, like, there's not a lot of, like, black inhabitants. So when you go, people are, like, looking at you weird. Like, they think you're a celebrity just because you're black, and they don't really see black people too often. And I didn't know Australia got down like that, so I don't know. That might come off my bucket list. But, yes, I would like to go to Thailand. I've always wanted to go. Let's see what else. I would like to meet Beyonce, but I feel like Beyonce don't want to meet me because I'm gonna show my ass, and I won't even be able to help it. Like, I would really do my best to be normal. We already had a conversation about this before on my IG story. Like, I would do my best to be normal in front of Beyonce, but I feel like that's not gonna happen. I feel like it's not gonna work out, and I'm gonna act up. Blue Ivy gonna call Julius on me. He gonna, like, haul me away. It's gonna be a whole big scene. So maybe I really ought to take that off my bucket list. I don't think that's a good idea, but I mean, if you're asking, that's like something that I want to do. And the last thing is to eventually get the fuck out of Jacksonville. Yeah, I said it. We'll talk about that later. I actually had a vlog dedicated to that particular subject. So yeah, I'll explain why I say that later. But that's something that I've always wanted to do. Because I've never left here. Like I said, I am Jacksonville, Florida, born and raised, and I never left. I didn't even leave for college. So yeah, I gotta get the fuck out of here at some point. Let's see. Who has been most influential in your life? I mean, I'm going with the obvious answer, but it's the truth. My mama. I love my mama. Fun fact, it is my mom's birthday today. So if you know my mama, definitely go on her Facebook and tell her happy birthday. But of course, she's the most influential person in my life because, I hope I don't get emotional talking about this, because usually I do. But when I think about the ways in which my mom set up my life, right? There are certain things that she did, like certain actions that she took to ensure that I would become the person that I am today. And what I mean by that is, I have had some family members in the past try to, let's say, dictate the way she raised me. My mom was a great parent, still is a great parent, but she's one of those that's not very strict. I don't want to say she's hands off, but she's never been one of those black mamas. And I hate to even say it like that, but it's just like, I feel like if I do, y'all know what I mean. And she was never like that. And I just think about the way that she kept me away from certain people who were going to try to change my personality to be what they think I should be. Because I think that certain people around me felt that I was too free. Whatever that means. I was too free, too expressive, just, I don't know, I can't really describe it, but I just wasn't one of those kids that really had to like fear my mom or fear authority, because I just always knew she was on my side. I always knew that she was gonna ride for me. I always knew that she cared about me. You know, it was never that, you know, do as I say and not as I do. There was no toxic parenting on her side. And I'm not saying that my mom is perfect, because there are certain things, the way that she influenced me, there are certain things that she did and certain things that she didn't do, you know, that also impacted me. But it's just like, through everything, and really looking at my mom as a human being rather than just, you know, worshiping her as my mom, looking at her as a woman and a human being, she did the very best that she could for me. She did the best with what she had, and I feel like she helped me become an amazing human being. And because of that, I want to emulate her parenting style if I ever do decide to have some damn kids, because I just feel like she did so well. And you know, when you become a parent, there's no manual for that. You just really have to figure this shit out as you go along. And I think being a great parent is figuring out what your child needs and doing your best to tailor to that. And I feel like through and through, even to this day, that's what she does. That's what she does. Like, my mama got a weird bird on her hands. Like, I'm a weird person. I've been a weird kid. And it's just like, you know, some parents ain't really set up for that. Some parents just want you to be mini-me. Some parents want you to be what they couldn't be. My mom took me and accepted me as I was, still does. Any weird shit that I do, anything that's like, I don't know about this, you know, this new young people shit that she be on, but she's supportive. She's always supported me, and I just hope that I can give somebody, even if it's not my own kids, because like I say, I don't know about all that, but just somebody, I hope I can give that same thing to. That was really long and drawn out, but I love my mama. And again, it's her birthday. Tell her happy birthday if you know her, because some of y'all do. Let's see. What else? What projects am I working on? Okay, so y'all know I'm not really the one to, you know, disclose the shit that I'm working on, because I'm very, very much less announcements, more moves. So I don't really like telling people the shit that I'm working on. I just want to do, and then you see it when I'm done. But I will say this. I'm going to be kind of vague. What I want to do, what my goal is for 2020, is to take this authentically ASB brand and like take it offline. Because my thinking is this: if the internet disappeared today, how would people know me? And how would people connect with me? Because the goal of Authentically ASB isn't just for me to, you know, come and vent to y'all about my anxiety. It's to create community. I just happen to be the guinea pig who's telling all my goddamn business. But the idea is for other people to feel comfortable in sharing their own stories. That's why I created Strong Friend Check-In, and that's why I invite my friends who happen to be creatives and entrepreneurs on, so that they can share their stories or the things that they're going through, or good advice, or have licensed mental health professionals on there to help you guys out if you need it, you know? So my goal is more community creation. And that's even why I did this live. Because, I mean, I do videos on my blog, but, I mean, I just feel like this is more accessible. Because all you have to do is just go up there and click this little button and tune in if you want to. And then you can see me talking to you directly. You can go in these comments and ask me whatever you want to ask me, and I can answer you directly. And I just feel like that's a little bit better, you know, than for you to just, click on my blog and just watch me talk at you. So what I want to do is definitely create more community outside of the internet. And I have one specific way that I plan on doing that hopefully I will be announcing to you guys soon. And I have something else that's in the works that I've been really, really striving for, and something that I've really been trying to do for a long time. I've been thinking about for a long time, and I'm finally taking the steps to do it. I'm super proud about it. But yeah, I really, really want to create a larger community, in groups and individual one-on-one type stuff. I think it's super important in everything that you do to have a good ecosystem. That's a word that one of the influencers that I really, really look up to, Hey Fran Hey, of the Friend Zone podcast, she always says, ecosystem. And, I think it's really important to have a group of people around you that are good people, people who want you to succeed, people who want to see you do well, people who are there to help you, collaborate with you. And that's what I want to create with, everybody who's as invested in this brand as I am. So yeah, that's kind of like what I'm working on, just more community work, because I want to give back to my community too. I feel like that was also the purpose of this blog and this podcast, is to give back to people who look like me, Black millennials who are probably going through something, and they either don't want to talk about it, or they do and just don't know how. They might not have the language for it. They might not have seen a licensed professional yet, but here I am being that person to start the conversation, and they're able to jump in. So yeah, that's really what I want to do, just be a huge benefit to my community. Let's see what else. What motivates you most in life? What motivates me most is I feel like part of my purpose, aside from sharing my testimony and making something out of that, is to break generational curses. So I really do feel like I was sent here, and I feel like I go through the majority of the shit that I go through to break generational curses, because I just feel like the same cycles that, people generations behind me have gone through in my family, I was at risk of going through the same thing, but I'm the one that said it ends here. I'm the one that said, I'm going to therapy. I'm going to fix this trauma. I'm going to, eliminate this limiting belief. I'm going to change this. I'm going to do better. I just feel like I'm the one that said, I want to know more and I want to be better. And, that's no shade on anybody else in my family, because, you come to your consciousness when you come to it. But I just feel like that's where the good Lord led me, and I feel like I am here to really bring those generations from darkness into light. I feel like, how I was saying earlier, I want to leave a legacy for whoever is coming after me. I feel like I'm the one that's setting up those generations ahead to be able to do that. So I'm super motivated by that, and I think that, to be honest, does cause a lot of my anxiety, because it's the assignment has such a weight to it, like that's so heavy. There's a lot of pressure with that, but I mean, pressure makes diamonds, and I think it's worth it if everything that I want and everything that I believe that I'm destined to be and destined to have actually comes into fruition. I feel like it's all well worth it. Let's see what else. Damn, I kind of answered a lot of these. I did. I forgot to cross them out as I was, damn it, reading them. Okay, if someone offered to tell you your future, would you accept it? Now, see, yeah, this is a different answer than the one from earlier, because if somebody was telling me when I was going to die, hell no, I don't want to know. But if somebody was telling me about my future, okay, see, here's the thing. I don't want them to tell me exactly what's going to happen, because there's a part of me that wants to just, like, ride the wave. Like, I don't really want to know. Just, like, let it all happen. Just let it come to me. Just let it be. But it would really relieve my fucking anxiety if somebody can just be like, all right, girl, you're on the right track. Or if somebody can just give me a hint And if I'm like going the wrong way, somebody can be like, no, you gotta like go over here, you gotta do this thing instead. Like that, I would really like that. Like a life GPS almost. I would so fuck with that. I don't want somebody to spell the whole thing out for me, but that would be really dope. I swear to God, I wouldn't have anxiety anymore. I wouldn't. I would not. That would actually be the best thing. Yeah, I would definitely take a hint. You don't have to tell me like my whole trajectory every year of my life, but I would I would definitely take that hint. Ooh, here's a good one. If your life was a movie, what celeb would play you? Now, if you know me well, you already know the answer to this. But for those of you who don't, Issa Rae. Duh. Issa. Because I feel like I'm Issa Rae's tethered. You know, from the movie Us, the people who live underground, I feel like I'm Issa Rae's tethered. I feel like she and I are somehow very closely connected because we are actually the same person. Ooh, that reminds me that I need to change my Google thing to her voice. I gotta do that because I'm about to have way too much fun with that shit. Like, me and my phone gonna be having legitimate conversations because I feel like I'm talking to Issa Rae. I'm a huge fan of hers, been a huge fan of hers way before Insecure, back in her awkward black girl days, and I just feel like her work, first of all, just, if you really knew the shit that she does behind the scenes, because she's mad low-key, but if you really knew her work ethic and the shit that she does, like, it's admirable as fuck. I just feel like her work, her personality, how she carries herself is super dope. So yeah, she can play me anytime in a little Lifetime TV movie. Y'all, I really think I answered all these questions. I really do, because I'm looking at them and I don't see not damn one that I have not answered. Y'all didn't ask me anything, and that's fine. You know what? I feel like the people who like get asked questions are like kind of scandalous. Is that like fucked up to say? And I say that because, okay, like, I feel like if people really want to know something about me, or if I had like a more interesting life, because I'm boring, y'all. Like, it just is what it is. I'm just a girl who lives with anxiety, but I just live and go to work and go home. Sometimes I get drunk on the weekends. I was drunk at 2 p.m. earlier today. But, you know, other than that, I don't really got shit going on. I'm just trying to make a life and a name for myself. But I feel like if I was like one of these IG baddies, or if I was somebody with like a little mystique around them, people would definitely be trying to ask me stuff because they want to be nosy and they want to know about me. I feel like people who get asked those questions be a little scandalous. And of course, you guys can always ask me questions about mental health related stuff. Those are questions that I do get, but of course I never share those because I feel like that's private. And if anybody ever asks me, of course they usually ask in my DMs, not publicly. Like, that's very, I feel honored when people ask me, unless it's something, my alarm would be going off. That's my alarm to tell my ass to go write a blog or something. But I feel honored unless it's something that is more for like a licensed mental health professional. You know, then I would tell them to pass that along and I would give them a resource to talk to. But, yeah, when people ask me stuff like that really makes my day, because it's like, oh, y'all be listening for real, and you actually feel like I know something or I can help. But yeah, I'd never share that ever, because that's super personal. I don't care who's asking me, because, you know, that's between you and, I guess, me and the Lord, and hopefully your future therapist. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll probably do some more of these next time I go live. Maybe I'll go live with somebody else. I don't do these a lot. I don't know. Maybe I should. Maybe I should show my face a little bit more often. Can't believe I've been here for what? Ooh, smooth 45 minutes. Just really talking to myself inside of a screen. That's wild. But yeah, I had a good time. And of course, you guys, please, please, please subscribe to authenticallyasb.com. If you go to my profile and click the link tree, it's right in there. You can read my latest blog, and there's a link to subscribe all the way at the bottom. If you're watching this by chance and you don't follow me, please make sure that you do. Also follow my podcast page at Strong Friend Check In, all together on Instagram. I swear to God, I'm gonna post on that page one day. I promise. And also, don't worry, because the podcast will be back. This is just the end of season 1. You know, it's the last quarter of the year. I'm still getting shit together. We're going to come back bigger and better, and probably with more episodes for season 2. So yeah, I'm just kind of getting that together, but I'll be back for the first of the year with that. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. So I have fun with you guys, and I will see you next time. So bye.